the first half, I'm not going to lie.
Ball could be Wayne.
I think I got my swagger back. Oh.
I love it, baby.
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins. By Tennessee, Jawan Jennings. Jennings makes the catch.
Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back is Sayre. And Tennessee can say hello, win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now.
It's McGrath for the win. He got it. If you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is.
Reddit to do, and welcome into More Important Issues. It is Sunday, May 11th. Happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. Hope you have been treated well on this Sunday. Pretty for the most part. Turned dark. What was that like? Right at 4 p.m.?
Yeah, it was like in the fifth. It was at the fifth or sixth inning of this game, and then it was a super nice day, like you said, and then just
So hopefully you enjoyed it while
you could.
While you could. Hopefully there's no waiting around for this. I messed up. I was gonna mow this afternoon, and then right as that storm rolled in was when I was gonna start. So
picked a great time.
Trouble. Yeah. If you see my yard, just
ignore it.
You haven't.
Yeah.
I swear I've been trying. It's been a combination of a lot of things. One of them being the weather has not cooperated in the slightest. Welcome to East Tennessee, right?
It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
I'm deep into this baseball game, and it's been a rough go. Tennessee needs this one. Down one in the bottom of the eighth. Nobody out. Nobody on. Manny Marin up. They got to win. That's what's tough about this whole thing is like Tennessee, if they really want to like host and be a national seed, they have to win this game.
And I think it being Vanderbilt as a whole, another element.
Sure.
And it's just been the way this series has kind of gone, right? It's obviously Friday. It's not like I don't know. Getting the win on Friday was great, and then feels like the loss comes because of things you're doing, not necessarily things which I feel like has been a lot of the story of all of their losses, right? It's like it's not anything Vanderbilt did or name, insert team here. You just consistently shoot yourself in the foot, whether that be at the plate or defensively. It's just really frustrating. And I mean, I'm not going to try and say, oh, the season's over, but my belief in this team isn't super high right now because they got to beat themselves. Like they've got to beat themselves first. And that's the hardest thing to do is to beat yourself.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of beating themselves right now. That's like you said, it's just
I think they're losing to themselves right now.
Yes.
They're losing themselves. I think if they can overcome and just put away that burden of themselves.
It's just like you see the talent, you see, the at bats, and you see like the defensive plays, and you're like, okay, it's there. That's what's so frustrating about it all is like, if this team was just a bad baseball team, I think everybody would just be like, okay, we'll regroup next year. But it's like you see the talent, and you saw it up until like that series against A&M is when it all just like
we should get some of the mojo back, which we weren't super hot going into that A&M series. You could see the gaps and the holes. It's just kind of like they all got really, really exposed in that one. But I think after A&M loses to Missouri, I think we should get that mojo back.
Yeah, I don't think like anybody thought Tennessee would repeat. Like, I think like everybody was like, okay, this team isn't probably as good as last year's team. Last year's team just kind of came together. But then you see Liam Doyle and you see this lineup and like you see the freshmen starting at the beginning of the year and you're like, holy crap. Like, well, I mean, we just reloaded.
Having a guy like Liam Doyle as your Friday night guy makes it hurt a little more. I kind of just wish he sucked.
That's the whole thing. I wish this whole team just sucked.
Right.
It would be a lot easier to just. I would just not watch games
because every week you have this feeling, just one thing. It's like my golf game. It's like I can just do this one thing. It'd be a lot more fun.
Yeah.
But then maybe you start figuring that one thing out, and then something else kind of comes along, and then when they're both off, you're like, okay, I actually suck at this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just tough right now for Tennessee. They got to figure out how to win some games, and it doesn't get any easier with Arkansas. And then, I mean, if you don't win this series, you don't win the Arkansas series. I mean, you're looking at like maybe not hosting a regional,
which maybe that'd be good for this team. Go on the road and see. Like, I feel like if you figure it out on the road at a regional, super regional, that's not a strike. Going to the top of the ninth here. Right, that was well below his knees.
Yeah,
it might have been over the plate. That looked low. I kind of glanced at the end of it. Let's see if they show it.
Yeah, it was close.
Okay, not quite as low as I thought.
Yeah,
but
he also framed it like 2 feet above where it actually broke the plate.
Yeah, it looked a lot lower. It looked like where he caught it was where it crossed, but it did cross a little bit higher. It's also really hard to tell. Like, you can tell the height from that angle in the outfield camera. You can't tell whether it's over the plate or not from that.
Yep.
I love when people on that view are like, that's way outside. I have no idea. You don't either.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember where I was at.
It's just frustrating.
It is. It absolutely is.
Because like a lot of this stuff is you haven't seen it since Tony's been here. Like the losing multiple series in a row, teams have always ran on Tennessee, but not like yesterday. And like they haven't been hit. Like the innings that teams are putting up crooked numbers, you're not able to match it. Like you can't put up a crooked number until Andrew Fisher hits 105 off the bat, and get you a 2 spot. But Tennessee just can't get anything rolling in an inning. Like it just seems so hard to score a run, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, they left 9 on base so far today. I don't know how many in scoring position. I'd imagine quite a bit. So that's losing baseball. You're going to find yourself in you tack that on and you're not fielding the ball great. I think you already have 6 errors in this series, and some of those have cost you. You have a pitcher an 0-2 count, and he throws a straight fastball right down the middle, and then they hit it off the scoreboard. Like, what is that? I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say like I know everything about baseball because that's not true. But my God, please help yourself a little bit.
Yeah. What's Vanderbilt? I think it was before yesterday. They were 11-2 in the last 13 games. So 11-3 in the last 14 games.
Mm-hmm.
That's breathing room. But I'd rather just not lose a series to them either. So
yeah, especially at home.
I think we just got a nice gift. That one looked like it could have been either way.
Yeah.
So hey, get 3 here. You got the bottom of the ninth to work.
Walk it off. Oh.
And that's the thing is like the year, like 2022 is the same way. Last year was the same way. Very much the cardiac hits. Like so many games came down to you having to score late runs to win. We're not asking for dominant performances, but figure it out.
And you're starting with the meat of your lineup. Like I don't know if this show has ever had a walk-off live, but that would be sick.
I can't recall one. I feel like I would remember that.
Well,
I mean, usually
Sunday we're usually wrapped up by now.
That, and I mean, the SEC has that rule. I guess it's not in effect when there's weather in the area, but normally this game has to be over by what, 4:30 local, which is
No, it doesn't have to be over by then because they didn't start till 3 today.
what was the whole Kentucky A&M debate then?
That was an
Is it a
inning.
certain-
They couldn't start like an inning past something.
Right, but it was like 4:30 local or something, 5:30 local.
I don't know what the actual rule is on that.
I know it's way later right now than
Yeah.
the rule would allow, but I'm sure it's different with weather delays and whatnot. But also, who knows? Because the SEC just crowned 2 co-champions in a tournament, so I don't understand anything.
That was, I think you went. Oh, maybe not.
Don't draw the red line now. I was gonna say definitely ain't going. Wait, I don't know if I'm behind you or not. If he just check swing twice, he did
No,
not go.
here out again.
Are you ahead of me?
I think so.
Interesting. Usually it's, I wonder where I'm at. Oh, I'm on the app right now. That's probably why. Are you watching it on TV?
I'm watching on ESPN News.
But on like Hulu?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the app, so I'm probably behind.
Oh.
Because I didn't know if it would actually still be on the.
Hey, if
on
we're
TV.
looking at a positive, Nate Snead, up to this point, has pitched really well this weekend.
I like the caveat you dropped in there.
Yeah.
Just in case. Like, leave some room for.
One thing we're taking away.
Yeah, leave some room there.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to talk about some football. We'll talk about this Vanderbilt series as it wraps up. Hopefully, like you said, we get a walk-off on this show.
Yeah, we go tarps off on the show.
I mean, I gotta get some beach. Beach pod's got to start soon.
Well, it was going to start today when you're going to mow, but weather.
Sure. I mowed my shirt off just to like really motivate myself.
Do you?
I actually mow usually in the summer, pants and long sleeves because I'm getting so old that like my allergies are so bad that the grass really bothers
me. Yeah. I thought you were one of those guys who like will mow shirtless, like the backyard where it's like fenced in.
Not even that.
Privacy fence.
No, like I said, this probably started maybe 2 years ago that I realized like I would get done mowing and my arms would just itch like crazy, my legs would itch like crazy, and I was like, "What is going on?" Just since I'm getting old and it's my allergies. That's all it is. Oh no!
I hate baseball so much.
Oh no! God bless. All right. Well, if you're watching, which I assume you are, keeping up. Vols down 2 runs at least, minimum, going to the bottom of the 9th. Still 1 out to get in the top. This was a terrible idea to be live while we play Vanderbilt.
Win a damn game. Good.
Probably any team, but especially Vanderbilt. This was an awful idea.
Yeah, I agree.
We should have waited. I mean, we could have been
just
mad.
quit now. I mean, it seems like they've quit, so why don't we just quit too? Sorry, I'm gonna be really negative.
Before we quit, can I ask you about what you think of the 16-team playoff they're proposing?
I mean, it's for Alabama, right?
Why do we have to have so many auto bids? And then can we just drop the non-Power 4 teams? Just let them have their own thing.
I mean, did we really think like, was there any other team that didn't make it that would have had a chance last year?
No. Well, maybe because of the non-Power 4 bids that got it, but that's it. You just drop. That's what I'm saying. Just drop them. I think we're at a really good spot. I'm sure I've said this on the show before. I think we're at a really good spot where the games, it's really fun because so many more games matter late. But the more you add teams, you're going to continue watering down games because it's not, oh, this will eliminate them. It's like, oh, they just get a worse seeding now.
Mm-hmm. I just don't get like why we. I mean, there was stuff that needed to be fixed. I don't think adding more teams was what needed to be fixed with the playoff.
Right? No, not even close. Not even close.
I get it. Like it's money. That's all it is. That's all anybody cares about. But I think a lot of people would agree after the first round until like the championship. Was it like that watched?
I don't know what viewership looked like.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. And I think that Boise State-Penn State game would have been a great first-round matchup. You don't want that in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
So I'm even okay with them doing it, which I think they've fixed that, right? Where they've said they will not be they will no longer have the chance of bye weeks.
I mean, there were so many. Was there like one close game? Was there any close games in the first round?
Well, Tennessee wasn't close.
Exactly. And the SMU game wasn't close either.
Which they are now a non-power, they're a Power 4 team.
Yeah, I just don't understand why we need more teams.
Is this an omen? Is this an omen? We just had a comment, Team Carnage. Need a miracle here in the ninth.
Please. Give me something. Make my Monday better.
Look, your approach has to be you can't end it with one swing of the bat right now. Get on base. Be smart.
It's the guy you want up to bat if you're going to get on base.
Yeah, dude. I'll go to Weigels first thing and get my free Coke.
This is what happens.
Give me a double.
Berto Osuna just comes in. He gets eligible. They put him in, and he gets a tank to win it.
They announced his eligibility on Sunday night.
Yeah.
They were like, we're planning on it because we didn't think it mattered on Sunday night. It turns out
we thought the game would be over.
I'll root for that because Tim Ford will have a stroke.
Oh, dude, he would shake his bat so hard.
I mean, if you were to come in after not playing baseball for 3 or 4 months and hit it, I think you deserve it. Like if you just get on base.
All right.
Oh, you're so far ahead of me. You got to just like count to 10 or something. Let's see how far I am behind. Because I'm assuming he at least hits a single here.
Well, he's the king of singles, so yes.
Is he the king of singles? And doubles have got to be up there.
And run into walls.
Yeah, Corbin, write that one down. What do you think he's writing down? Inslee does it again?
Yeah, he's thinking I can't get this guy out.
Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. Just find a way. Are you sad that if we're able to pull this off, you're not there for it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
It kind of feels good outside. Now that the rain's gone, like it'd be a good night to be there. Which it looks like it might still be raining a little bit there, or just idiots are still wearing ponchos, one or the other.
Get down, ball.
Count to 10. Count to 10.
Sorry.
This is great podcasting.
We're just hanging on for dear life here.
Mm.
Did you have anything else about the college football playoff other than?
I just want to talk about. I just think it's dumb that.
Yeah, we need to fix the.
What I hate about it too is why is the ACC and Big 12 agreeing to this? Because they're getting less auto bids. You all should be the ones fighting for us fans right now because they're never going to agree to let you guys have 4 auto bids like they're getting at the SEC and Big 10. So y'all should be helping us to keep this product enjoyable. Quit letting the SEC and Big 10 hold college football hostage. I'll say that as a fan of the SEC team.
Yeah, that was in the college football playoff.
Right. Yeah, that's really all I had. And it looks like, I mean, it won't be this year, obviously. Surely not. Surely it's too late to. You think? Oh, you kept quiet. Okay. I was like, I didn't know if you
I
were
counted to
continuing
10.
going this week. I didn't know if you were
Counted to 10
continuing
and gave you the look.
it. Did you really count to 10? Then I'm well behind. I'm not going to go over YouTube TV.
Somebody to second base to end the game. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to call him immediately on this podcast.
Oh, we got a kid warming up. Put him in, coach. Put him in.
Gosh. Who's up?
In great news, Syracuse beat Harvard in lacrosse. So that just came across my line here.
Perfect. Oh, it's Blake Grimmer. Huh.
Do you think the Andrew Fisher spat was going to get him going? Feel like old times?
I guess I just have so much hope that it did that I was kind of talking myself into it.
You're like banking on it. That's it. That's all we needed. We need someone to yell at a pitcher.
Somebody hit a freaking ding dong and let everybody in the stadium know I just hit it 400 feet.
What about our friend of the show, Chris Phillips, just being like, bring back beaming guys in
the head? Yeah, that's what the game's missing.
I get the theory of what he's saying, but I don't think hospitalizing people is the way to go on this one.
Right.
Also, what I don't think people like, I think what people are missing in that whole debate is even when that happened, pitchers got ejected. Like even when that was happening in the game of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
So pitchers probably don't want to do it that much because they get ejected. Would you, like, let's say that happens in the second inning of a game, Lane, you're a starting pitcher. Is your prod so big that you're going to sit the rest of this game just to tell a guy, don't talk trash to me?
Yeah. Also, if you're going to be upset about it, how about you don't let them do it again later on in the game? How about that?
I mean, that would be effective if you weren't in the game. You could not let him. Mm-hmm. That'd be a good way to get out of that one. You might be onto something.
Why are we not tagging up?
Do we want? Oh gosh, I was gonna say, do we want bases loaded here? So he was 3-2 count. Oh, well, Landon, Ross Gibbert heard you were gonna call him live on the show. Why are we not tagging up there? Which he wasn't even on the bag. Do you not send the guy a second at least?
What? That was a good swing. I mean, we're just right there. Warning track power. What are we doing? We're not working out.
Ball's not. It's humid, Landon. The ball's not flying. You want to play. You want to play. Come on. Give us a chance. I'm sorry if you're listening.
Yeah.
I don't even want to update you, but
I'm not even sorry. This is
no, I'm sorry to the people listening.
Oh, I'm not. This is great.
The people listening to the podcast, not necessarily if you're listening live right now. It's the people on the podcast that I'm deeply apologetic to.
Yeah. You'll get it.
I imagine those who are listening live right now are in the same boat as us of what is happening. Can we please find a way to finish one?
Throw a meatball. Throw a freaking meatball.
They're not gonna throw one to him, are they? Like they're gonna put him on right here. Aren't they?
No. We got bases loaded. Down 2. We probably have our worst hitter up.
That's a magical moment waiting to happen, Landon. You shut your mouth. It's magic.
Changing pitchers, so
It's a magical moment.
This is awesome.
Magical moment. I don't like what he's throwing back there. I think we're good. I've been watching. Oh, look, we gotta get the. I don't want to pin this hat. So we gotta get the rally caps on. That's all I can do right now. Come on. This is terrible. Why do we do this?
Why do we like sports?
That.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to be a great show if we can find out a way to.
I think there's been so much dead air. I think it's kind of salvageable if you win it. Kind of.
Yeah. We can just like tweet out when to skip. Oh, that was.
Wait, did they bring on a new pitcher? No, that was a righty in the bullpen.
No,
Yeah.
they didn't.
Jesus Christ. No. Bring the black jerseys after this, if this goes the way I think it's going. I mean, buddy.
Okay. Now they're wanting to fight. Three straight fastballs.
I love that Tennessee gets, and we might have started that, but there's a kid just in Ross Kivitt's face. Not Kivitt. Elander's face, just yelling. Probably the smallest kid on both rosters.
What a shit show. Win a freaking game. How you just not like touch a pitch? Good God. All right, let's move on to something.
Okay. Get us going.
Way too early top 25. Post spring rankings. What do you think about Tennessee not being in it? Are you surprised?
How could you? I mean, I guess my other argument though is how do we know anything about any other teams really at this point? I mean, the fact that Penn State's number 1 is crazy.
That's what I thought. I was like, I'm more stunned about that than anything.
Yeah, I mean, my first thought is I wouldn't put Tennessee in, so whatever. But I get Ohio State lost a lot. It's kind of crazy they're number 5. Don't you kind of expect them to reload with
how is Georgia at 4? Gunnar Stockton was not good at the end of last year. They just expect him to be
That's
that
a good
much
point,
better.
too. Good news, guys. If you're on the ESPN app, it's cornhole time. You can just drown that out right now watching what looks like 12-year-olds play cornhole. What do you think they listen to on their headphones when they're playing?
I don't know.
There's a guy with no arms and no legs playing? What?
What does he throw with his mouth?
I'd landed. It's a great question. It was in a highlight shot. I have no idea. I feel like we need a story on that guy.
Does somebody throw him with with it?
I can't rewind it on the app. I need to know what I just saw. Shocking. The cornhole championships happen. Oh, it's the high school cornhole championships take place in Myrtle Beach. We can go there and we go see Coastal Carolina play. Does this, now that they're in the not way too early post spring top 25? Also, I feel like you should have a way too early and then a kind of too early. This should be the kind of too early. The way too early is the one after the season. Kind of too early is now.
What in the world is? How is Alabama at 9? How do they expect them to be better than last year with a quarterback that no one wants to see start at Alabama?
Say that again. I don't know why. So Alabama at number 9. Okay.
Alabama's at number 9. Their previous ranking was 12.
Right.
And they are going to have a worse quarterback.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Also, BYU, I don't even know what the hell BYU has, but them being at number 10 is insane.
Right. To be fair to the Alabama thing, their quarterback is really good, but they also use their quarterback in just the dumbest way possible.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they finally have a quarterback that is supposed to throw the football. Maybe that helps them. I don't know. I'm the way they used him was incredibly stupid, especially against Tennessee.
Yeah. Agreed. We appreciate it, though.
Oh, I mean, it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just – it doesn't really matter at all. I just think, like, what was Tennessee, like a top 10 team, and then Nico leaves and they're out of the top 25? Was Nico that big of a difference?
I don't think Tennessee. So what were we in the way too early? Do you remember?
It was probably around 16, 17, something like that.
Yeah, I don't think losing Nico drops you that much.
Yeah.
But I also don't necessarily think Tennessee is like a clear-cut top 25 team right now. I think losing Dylan Sampson's going to be interesting to overcome. And then you don't have a de facto starting quarterback.
Yeah.
In an era that every major team really probably should, because you can go out and get them in the transfer portal. But Tennessee obviously didn't have – they had the ability to, but that's not the window that you're going to get them in. So
yeah, I just think, like, talent-wise, like, you've recruited good enough where you should have a top 25 team. Now, a lot of that is quarterback dependent, and I get it. But at the same time, wasn't Joey Aguilar, like, one of the best quarterbacks in the portal?
Was he? I really don't know. Was that a big gift for UCLA?
I mean, I thought he was.
Okay.
Like, I figured it'd kind of like be the Grayson McCall thing where NC State had they were picked like, okay, this is the guy like that can take us to the next level. I'm not saying Joey Aguilar is that. And hopefully he's not Grayson McCall, because that was not what everybody expected from NC State once he got there. But yeah, I didn't think it was like it's not like we went and got somebody's backup or we're playing with a true freshman that should never see the field.
Right. I mean, the quarterback thing is obviously going to be really interesting going into fall camp. He's apparently getting on campus today. Someone said Monday, but they also put May 11th.
Oh.
So
okay.
Midnight tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
At 11:59.
He's taking a red eye. He'll be here.
Well, he's not even technically at UCLA, right? He's technically still at App State. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think he was trying to finish up classes. Or was he taking classes at both? I don't know. It is crazy. Like when you do transfer, you have to take into account, like you basically transferred twice. So you have to go back to schools to get transcripts and credits and everything like that. That just seems insane. But here we are, 2025. Welcome.
It's a fun time.
Yeah. I went to a high school baseball game yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Did
you see the Keys play?
Yeah. I forgot how obnoxious parents are.
Oh, it's the worst. That's at any high school sporting event. The parents are the worst.
I mean, there was a guy that was basically like, hey, told the umpire, come meet me outside.
Oh my gosh.
And the umpire didn't even make the call. He was like, get your boy. And the guy was just like, he's like, yeah, you keep waving. He was like, do you want to umpire? He was like, I can give you the papers. He was like, I can do a better job than you.
Wait, the umpire did talk to him?
Yeah.
Oh my. That's a mistake as well. I would like that.
You're right.
You can't talk to him, unfortunately.
But I'm like, good Lord.
So let me get this straight. That's your first eligible baseball game this year.
Yeah.
They lost to end their season.
Okay, don't put this on me.
I'm connecting dots here, Landon. That's it. Did you go to the noon one or the one at 6?
The one at 6.
Good God, dude. Take a beat. I mean, come on.
I was trying to support.
You're bringing these curses around just everywhere like they're freaking freebies.
If they didn't want that, they should have won the first game.
Well, then you wouldn't have been able to see them play at 6.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. They should. Golly, dude.
Yeah, they knew it was over when the Grim Reaper walked in and paid $10 to get in a high school baseball game.
How much?
$10.
Oh, I thought you said 18. I was like, good God, Tito Bustabile, chill. You know that's who sets the ticket prices.
If I wasn't with somebody else, I definitely would have walked around the track and walked up there. And I would have gave $10 in concession stand food and gave it to actual South Dole instead of TWSAA.
Yeah, they get like half that, I think. And then the other team gets 25%.
Okay. Well, I have no clue how it works.
Something crazy like that.
Well, TWSAA sucks.
Well, you go to – so, I mean, I get it. These things cost. But let's put this into perspective, too. All the parents that kind of have to pay that money because their kids are playing, right? Well, they also have to pay for their kid to play baseball. A lot of money, usually. And then you charge them $10 to come watch their kid play.
Mm-hmm.
After they've shelled out $500 to $1,000 a season. It's crazy.
Does TWSAA get all the gate money?
No, they get like half of it, though. Might be 30%. Yeah. It's crazy.
I wouldn't charge a single person to get in.
In postseason, not in.
Yeah, I wouldn't charge a single person because they're taking the money. It's somebody.
Oh, they'll come investigate if you brought them a check for $0.
Oh, really?
I mean, I don't know that for a fact. I'm guessing, but come on, they're gonna get theirs.
The credit card machine was down.
Dude, they'll come get theirs. Don't worry.
You can't do that and say cash only.
Yeah, no, but at the same time,
You got to have an ATM. I got to have a way to get $10 or.
No, then they'll charge you $6 for that ATM fee. They're gonna get there. It's actually a good idea, Landon. We should put an ATM outside high school sporting events. Charge $6.
Yeah.
Knowing high school kids these days, somehow break into it. We'll go belly up on these things. They'll be all over TikTok. We can catch the suckers who did it.
Yeah, they'll find a way. Man, the baseball team really took it out of me, didn't they?
I'm sad.
Yeah, I know people were wanting to know, like, where do we go from here? I don't know. I mean, this is uncharted territory that we haven't been in a long time. We have been spoiled. I will say that, but it's tough going. I mean, Tennessee has really good guys at the top of their lineup. Other than that, like, they're not getting much from anybody else. I mean, Reese Chapman struck out 4 times yesterday in 4 bats. And it kind of seems like when he fell off a little bit is when this team fell off a little bit. They're just not getting any production from the bottom of their lineup. That's why you're seeing so many different combinations. It was a little better today. I thought Chris Newstrom played well this weekend. Levi Clark has hit the ball pretty well. I thought Blake Grimmer looked okay. I was kind of pissed off earlier in the game today that he rips a single, and then the next at bat they have him bunt with 1 out instead of just letting him. The guy's had 4 SEC at bats. He gets a single, and then you make him bunt. He pops up to the catcher, and there's your second out. So I don't know. They just can't get out of their own way. Errors have been a problem. The base runners running all over them. I mean, Tony Vitello was very direct when he talked to the media last night. He was like, I mean, Marcus Phillips needs to fix it or he's not going to pitch. But you can't pitch him, which I don't understand that. So I don't know. I mean, Tennessee had 9 hits on Friday. They had 3 runs. They had, how many hits did they have yesterday? They had 10 hits yesterday, 6 runs. And they had how many today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. They have 8. I think they had 10 hits today and 5 runs. So they're just not maximizing guys when they get on base. And a lot of that's the home run ball. Tennessee has lived and died by the home run ball, it seems like. They had 5 guys that hit over 20 home runs last year. They're going to get 1 this year. It's going to be Andrew Fisher. That's it.
Yeah.
It's just a totally different baseball team. They're young, and their bullpen just isn't giving them very much. I thought Nate Snead pitched good enough to – he pitched well this weekend. Tanner Franklin's getting hammered. Crenzel, I thought, pitched a little better today, but I thought Dylan Moyes pitching well. But they're not just – they don't have a ton of guys right now pitching great. I think they're pitching good enough to win, but you kind of have to be almost perfect with – you're not – hitting guys in scoring position, you have errors. You're kind of asking a lot for those pitchers, and when they make a mistake, it hurts the entire team. Kind of puts you in a hole. Whereas like last year, 2 runs is nothing.
Yeah, and I mean, going back into pitching, I feel like last year they had pitching to on any day they were deep enough in the bullpen to kind of carry through. You don't have that now.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it a lot harder. That's for sure.
Yep. And now you go to Arkansas, and they look like one of the best teams in the country. I think they lost a series to LSU this weekend, but it was at the box. But they're one of the best teams and talent-wise. So That's not an easy task, and I feel like you probably need to win the series to be a national seed. And I mean, if you get swept, you're probably not hosting a regional, which is tough. But it could be worse. You could be Texas A&M, who was preseason number 1 and lost the series to Missouri this weekend.
Got swept.
Got swept. That's right. They did.
And
yikes.
Tuesday or Wednesday this week, somebody put out a tweet that's like, how crazy is it worse to go winless in a conference baseball season or basketball? I mean, people legitimately thought that team was going to go winless, and then they go and sweep the preseason number 1 team.
Mm-hmm. I had a few.
Who's far from a number 1 team now, but still worth noting they were the preseason number 1 team.
I bet on Texas A&M, like after they beat Tennessee, I was like, dude, this team's going to find it. So I bet on them to win it like plus 4,000, I think. And it got all the way down to 1,400. And then after yesterday, I cashed it I won $5, but I was like, yeah, I'm going to get my $5 because they are not winning it. I think they got to win next weekend. I forget who they play just to make the tournament.
Oh, I thought people were talking like they were eliminated. Like that was it.
Well, I think they have to like go sweep next week or they're probably done. Gotcha. If they have any kind of chance to make it.
Well, I got to imagine that team is not going to be the most inspired baseball team.
I wouldn't think so.
Which honestly, kind of like Tennessee. I'm not trying to like be super critical and like down these dudes, kick them all they're down, but Tennessee looks pretty uninspired right now.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it during that game a second ago. It's like that Andrew Fisher home run and him getting into it with that Vanderbilt pitcher. It's like maybe that'll kind of fire these guys up. Like maybe that. I'm not saying they got to go out and just. I don't need them to take on the 2022 team persona necessarily, but a similar attitude about them is just kind of what a Tony Vitello team baseball looks like.
Are they doing the daddy hats anymore?
I don't know.
If they are.
Really see so much.
I mean, we saw what happened in 2023. We tried to get rid of it.
I mean, there is just a certain persona that they've got to, I don't know, be yourself for sure, but also like, don't be afraid to be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Also
I think right now you're running into that thing. Like, you know who you can count on. You can count on Andrew Fisher. You can count on Hunter Ensley, Gavin Keelan, probably Dalton Bargo. Other than that, like, I don't know of anybody really you can count on every single day to show up.
Right.
I don't know. It's tough.
Maybe we'll get to yell about going to Southern Miss again for a super.
Wait, what'd you say?
Maybe we'll get to yell about going to Southern Miss for a super again.
I mean,
give me something to be angry about that it's not you all.
Yeah. I mean, forget going to Hoover. Ain't nobody want to do that. Let's get on to regionals. Who cares about Hoover? We'll just go win the whole thing.
That really probably would be the worst thing for this team because they're not deep in the pit.
Yeah.
That would probably be awful.
Well, I mean, it's a total shift from Friday to Saturday. It's like Liam Doyle is so dominant. He's the best pitcher in college baseball. And then, like, you just don't have the bats. You imagine Liam Doyle with that team last year?
No, because then our boy probably pitch on Sundays.
That's true.
So don't do that to us. He won it for us, Landon.
Yeah, I guess it was just the perfect storm. I don't know. You imagine Liam Doyle on that 2023 team?
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
they would they probably would have won it all, right? Is that what we're gonna say?
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. I think the whole AJ Russell thing really hurt this team.
Yeah. I mean,
Like
definitely,
thinking you're probably going to get him back, and then like even when he's back, he's just not. He's not like it was.
right.
I don't know. Hate that for him because I'm sure a lot of people have called him overrated and stuff like that, but he has been hurt, and it just sucks that like you don't get to see the full potential until he's probably pitching in the bigs here in a couple years.
Sure.
Yeah, that's tough to lose to freaking Tim Corbin. God, I hate Tim Corbin so much. He's such a crybaby. I think that's the first series we lost from them since 2021.
We lose in 2021?
Yeah, that was the Evan Russell series.
Okay.
We won Saturday, but we lost the series.
Okay.
Because we beat them in 2023. That was we beat them in 2022. We beat the brakes off of them in 2022. We beat
That
them
was the Check the VAT series, right?
Yeah, that was a Mike Honcho one.
Yeah.
2023 was when we like got started. You had Tears hit one off the batter's eye. You had Dylan Dreiling tie the game up in the 9th, and then you had Griffin Merritt end it in like the 11th.
Yeah.
To win that series, and then last year we beat the brakes off of them too.
Yeah.
And then we played them twice in Hoover. Lost the first time, beat them the second time when it mattered. Yeah. All right. I had some like this thing I put on the outline, like most underrated balls that you can think of. I think last episode, me and Joey kind of went back and forth on like what your favorite like Tennessee photo is, like sports photo. I think you entered some in that, correct?
Yeah, and I know I tweeted the pictures of my favorite Sports Illustrated covers.
Yeah.
So
I just thought we could maybe go around, talk about some underrated guys that we remember. We think that's underrated.
Pig Howard.
That's a good one.
Alton Pig Howard.
Alton. Not on this show, but I think in general, William Brooks.
Sure. I don't know. I feel like people really came to know and love him this year. But yeah. Probably you could probably still say him. I
thought a Cortland Lawson on that 2022 team was underrated.
Trying to go like, because another name that popped in my head, but I really don't think like underrated. I mean, he got drafted and people seem to love him, but he never gets talked about now. Cam Sutton.
Yeah. I thought of Kevin Punter. He's on a bad team. But...
You just wanted to mention. You did this to mention Kevin Punter. Good God, dude, give it up. We get it. You love Kevin Punter.
I do. I love him.
That's another guy that's on like he just doesn't get mentioned enough because he was on a bad team. But I mean, a great basketball player and would have been good on a good would have been incredibly good on good teams as Josh Richardson.
Yeah. Kevin Punter averaged 22 points per game.
I know. You told us.
How about?
I'm sure. I don't know if you mentioned that exact stat, but I'm sure. I bet you've said Kevin Hunter more than any Tennessee sports host of all time. I guarantee it. I don't think there's even anyone close.
We need to get Kevin Punter on the show so we can be like, hey, you might not think you've been mentioned a lot, but you have on this show.
Too much, I would argue. I don't know if underrated is the right word. I still think Kyle Alexander I wish he could have been at Tennessee for one more year. I think he figured it out late. I think he would have been a really good 5 for Tennessee the following year.
Yeah.
I love Kyle Alexander. Big fan.
You think Vescovi was underrated?
Nah.
You don't think so?
He's probably pretty close to overrated because he was on a bad team.
Yeah.
And everyone loved him, and then he became like the 3rd or 4th best player on the team, and people still loved him like he was the best.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't necessarily call him overrated, but like probably closer to that than underrated. Trying to go into football and rack mine.
I was thinking about Marquez Callaway being underrated because, like, he was like you had Jawan, you had Josh Palmer, and he was kind of that other guy. But he had a lot of big plays for Tennessee. So,
yeah, I don't know if I probably similar to Pick Howard though. So yeah, where he just doesn't get mentioned a lot. But I mean, when he played, everyone knew.
Right.
Like everyone loved him. I guess the same thing with Cam Sutton. I'm
trying to think of some.
A name I'm shocked we all loved him. I mean, this is when we were little. Gerald Riggs never gets mentioned much in the running back talk, which kind of blows my mind.
I feel like Monterey Hardesty would be in that same discussion if it wasn't for the black jersey game under Kiffin.
I think he gets talked about. I think he is the most loved, quote unquote, underrated player. Like anytime I feel like this, like who's one we don't talk about enough? Like the first name now is Monterey Hardesty. He's like right on the line.
But because it was like that game is still talked about today, where he has that spin move. If that game doesn't have, like, if he doesn't play in that game, is he ever really mentioned?
Yeah. I think people still love him for outside of that game. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so. Tariq Rogers. God, I'm blanking on his name. Who is that tight end that played on that team?
Rivera?
Yes.
Michael Rivera?
Michael Rivera. Dude, he was phenomenal. Yeah. I was shocked he didn't have a better NFL career. He was kind of like maybe he was like a little too early to the league. In the sense of like tight ends were still very much like big bodied extra blockers.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I think you could probably say any tight end is probably underrated besides Jason Witten.
Outside of Witten, yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like, Princeton Fant was a big part of that 2022 season.
Alex Ellis, is he the one that caught that fake field goal? Was that Ellis?
Vic Warden?
Yeah. No, it wasn't Vic Warden. It was
Vic Warden had
Tyler
trick play, didn't he?
Maybe. Tyler
Drummer.
Is it Tyler Drummer?
Yeah.
Did I get his first name right?
I think so.
Yeah. He was just a holder. You don't see that much nowadays.
Yeah.
I think he played quarterback in high school, but
where did he go? Did he go to West?
One of the Morristown schools. I can't remember which one.
I think Jake Rucker is underrated.
Okay.
I think he was kind of that first class under Tony. He was that first, like, freshman. Like, he batted in the 3-hole as a freshman. And he didn't hit just a ton of home runs, but he was super consistent. and kind of got them to where they were, or you saw in like 2021.
I feel like you can mention a lot of baseball players.
Luke Lipsius is probably up there.
Probably.
I mean, we could have said Xander until he won a national championship, and now we can't say that anymore. Can you think of any quarterbacks? Brian Maurer.
Yeah. I mean, Jonathan Crompton probably doesn't. He really, I mean, he was a guy that got screwed by the staff, offensive staff changes in his career.
Yeah.
And then he really started to get settled in under Kiffin. He was obviously a senior, so it wouldn't have mattered had Kiffin stayed. But yeah, no, he was a good quarterback that I'm not saying he deserved more love, but I think he struggled due to offensive staff changes. I mean, we've talked. I think history has been on his side, but I mean, growing up, dude, nobody liked Casey Carlson.
No.
People talk about how T. Martin people forget about him because he came out after Peyton. People really forget about Casey because he came after Peyton and then a national championship winning quarterback. But 4 wins over Florida, 2 on the road, never lost. Ice Dog.
That's
Iceman.
crazy.
Road Dog, Iceman.
He needs to be at every Florida game from now on. You make it happen, whatever you have to do.
Should we make it happen? Should we invite him to go with us?
Yes.
Let's do it. Casey, you're invited on. You're gonna have to stay a week because we're going the week before. We'll put you up in a house in our house.
Okay.
We'll get 2 weeks, and you can have the whole house the second week to yourself. That should give plenty of time for it to air out when we're done. It'll be a nice stay. And
what? Say it.
High Springs?
There you go.
I said Cool Springs. I was like, that's not right. Warm Springs? Because it's not Hot Springs. So maybe it's Warm Springs, High Springs.
High Springs.
That's a nice house in High Springs. You're right next to that pizza and sub joint.
Mm-hmm. Philly cheesesteak.
This has a sub.
Was there pizza there?
Yeah.
Oh, I just got the Philly cheesesteak, so I have no clue.
Yeah, there's pizza there. They do close early, just a heads up. Good coffee shop. Couple good golf courses within about 30 minutes of there. Yeah, it's a good place. You can stay the whole week after us. We'll on our treat.
We got to make sure that it's still open for us.
What?
We got to book that.
Okay. Book it. All right. Where are we at now? Do you have any more Vols you want to name?
I was trying to think of a lady Vol to throw in there. Shannon Bobbitt.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot for. We kind of talked about baseball already. I did want to mention the Lady Vol softball is they're the number 7 overall seed in the NCAA tournament. They will host Miami, Ohio this week in the first round of the regionals. That will be in Knoxville. And if they win that, then they'll host the Super. So that's big. I think it's the 20th straight year that they have hosted a regional. So pretty crazy. And I think Ohio State's in that. Miami, Ohio, and North Carolina are in the regional with them.
Have you seen the video of is it Boston? Let's see. If I can find it. The Boston softball team finding out they were playing Oklahoma.
Huh.
Obviously very excited to see that they got in. And then they showed who they were playing, and you just shouldn't film them on this scenario. They look very, very upset about their opponent. Yeah.
Like they knew it was over.
That's what I would take from the scenario, yeah.
Mm. Any more most importance? Dude, did you see where the Colorado Rockies got beat 21-0 the other day by the Padres?
No.
They did fire their manager today. So good for them.
That seems probably.
But it was after a win.
Yikes. Put them on the plane after the loss. Don't.
Yeah. Also, did you see where the there's going to be a 60-minute Zakai Ziegler special?
I did. That fires me up.
I can't
Good.
wait for that.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Should be an hour and a half, but yeah, whatever.
Right. Should be 55 minutes, actually.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what?
55?
Okay, yeah.
No, I do have a fail. And I'm sure it was for something special. It was probably for, well, no, this was on, I don't know what year this is from. Did you ever see these Boston Red Sox white hats? They look terrible. I just saw this on my Twitter line today. Well, why?
It's Boston, man. They just suck.
It took me a minute to realize what team it was, and they have Red Sox written across their chest. I'm a big fan of white hats, like white shoes, white hats. That looks terrible. I think it'd be different if they didn't have such an iconic hat. Can you imagine the Yankees wearing a white hat?
Yeah, that would be.
Even like the Braves. Like I'm thinking of people who like I immediately know what it is. The Cubs. Probably the Cardinals.
Yeah, white hats ain't it.
The Dodgers, sorry. Because, well, they're Anaheim. But yeah, the Dodgers. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy to change an iconic hat like that. The MLB's really sucked at the like stupid City Connect brand. Like there's been a few good jerseys, but like for the most part, that branding's been awful.
Yeah. Yeah, I do kind of like the Rockies ones, but they suck in them, so I guess they don't like them either.
Their City Connects look good. I mean, I like the Cubs City Connect ones.
My fail is, did you see Dan Lanning and a recruit make a commitment video? Have you seen it?
No.
He basically just says, I'm committed to Oregon, and Dan Lanning rips his shirt off and they jump in a pool together.
Nice.
And no one else is in the pool.
Nice.
And there's like people like laying out by the pool. Like it just looks
Okay.
like in a apartment complex.
So just very weird.
Yeah. Not a great look.
Oh, it's not even like a personal pool. It's just
No, it's like a community pool.
that's very weird.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be able to see this? Okay, so the Pittsburgh Pirate dude fell.
Yeah.
I was
How's
playing.
he doing, do you know?
No clue. I was playing Road to the Show the other day. I want you to watch the batter's eye closely back there. Bat take. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah, what in the world was that? The dude fall. I think it's a bird shadow. But I mean, you got to take that out of the game, right? But I think it's a
Yeah.
bird shadow. I thought it was someone falling. I was like,
that's
what
it
is
looks like.
happening? Yeah. Is that not nuts?
That's wild.
I had to screen record it and go back and watch it on my phone later because I was like, there's no way I saw what I think I saw.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You're like, do I even keep playing this game?
Yeah, honestly, like I was a little torn up from it. Like I was a good friend of mine.
All right. Guys, go check out Hovey Dry Goods, hoveydrygoods.com. Use promo code MORE for 15% off that first purchase. Also go check out roback.com. Use promo code MORE important issues for 20% off that first purchase. And we got some big news coming tomorrow. I'm not going to ruin it. But it's coming. It's coming. We're partnering with somebody else. It's a sports betting app. I'll tell you that. But yeah, the news will come out tomorrow. So just pay attention to our social media, and we'll post that, and we'll get you set up. I mean, it's a little bit of your money. We'll get you a lot of bit of their money. So, looking forward to it. Yep.
Fired up. Make sure you guys go check out Grade A Grounds as well. If you go on their website right now, gradeagrounds.com, and use the promo code MORE, M-O-R-E, at checkout, get 10% off. I recommend B is for Blueberry, but see what you like. Get what you like. Use promo code MORE for 10% off. gradeagrounds.com. Go check them out.
Yep. All right, guys. Thank y'all for listening. We'll be back on Thursday talking more about Tennessee baseball, I'm sure, and whatever else is going on with Tennessee athletics. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there again. And we're bringing the boat in, and we out.